Tracy's Style and Shop. Today we are going to demystify color. I'm very excited about this video. It is going to be quite a deep dive, and I'm going to share with you how you can find your best colors in midlife. Now, I will say to you that it's probably going to rile a few people because I actually don't believe in color coding. I don't believe in this whole seasonal system. I'll explain to you a little bit later why I don't believe in it, but I'm going to show you some very easy ways that you can test colors to start dipping your toe in color or to go to the next level in your color journey. So first of all, why does it matter? Like, why can't we just wear black, black, and black? Well, first of all, let me tell you that it completely can wash you out. And I'm going to show you in a second. Let me actually take, and listen, I don't even have much black in my, I had to grab my husband's t-shirt. I had to grab my husband's t-shirt to get something black. But look at the difference. Now, I can even tell on camera when I wear black, even if it's mixed in with color versus wearing a color that really pops for me. But can you see the difference? And I do have, let me just say to you, I do have lots of lights in the studio. I have got full makeup on, so that does make a difference. But can you see the difference here to here? Okay, now straight away, I can already see what happened on the camera. The camera changes according to what's happening with the colors, but look at the difference. This can super wash. I'm going to take it on the side. This can make my face look more like dropped, not as perky. And this side, when I'm wearing a color that suits me, can make my whole complexion change, lift my actual cheekbone. It does the world of good. And so we're going to go through a couple of different ways. And let me just say to you first and foremost, there are no absolute rules. Okay, I do not believe in absolute rules, in fashion rules. Don't believe in it. There are just a few guidelines, and then you have to work out what works for you and what you want to implement in your own wardrobe. Okay, so first of all, I want to say the reason why I don't believe in the color coding system. First of all, I remember when I was a kid, I don't know if you, because I'm 52, I remember when all my mom's friends went and got this color coding thing. And they all walked around with their little palettes, and they used to go to walk-in stores and see like, oh, is this the exact tone that I can wear? Is this the exact color? And I even then thought it was a bit strange. Why? Well, because first of all, it doesn't take into account who you are as a person, how you want to pitch up in the world, what colors you really like, what you are drawn to. And all of those things, girlfriends, actually really matters. Also in midlife, we are changing. My hair color has changed. This is my natural color. I'm getting a lot more gray. I'm seeing a lot more gray than I have before. And even if it's not so much my gray, I don't have the pop of the red. The red is more subdued. So my contrast is different. My skin tone also can be changing a little bit. Depends on summer, depends on winter. And then, of course, there's the big debate on my YouTube channel. So I have had, since I've been doing color videos, I've had a lot of color coding women go, oh, you are definitely, I have heard everything from you are a spring to there's no way you are a spring to you're a bright spring. No, you're a deep winter. Okay. All of these things, and every single color palette that I go to, there are colors that I look at that I go, maybe some of these work, but for some of them, they'll say colors that are great for me, like if I'm a bright spring, there's lots of yellow. I'll show you just now, yellow is not a good color for me. Not to say that I can't wear it, but it's not my best color. And there will be always those colors that it says, do not wear this color, and it's one of my best. So I don't know about you, but let me know in the comments if you find color coding very complex. And then there is the big debate between the people who've been doing it for years and are completely certain on it. I had one lady, she's very kind, but like kept on telling me how wrong my lipstick was. And then, there's so many different answers to that question. And so today I'm hoping to really deconstruct it for you, make it easier for you to figure out what your best colors are. And this is going to work for you girls if you are just dipping your toe. If you're just dipping your toe, it's going to work for you. And if you are already very much wearing color. Okay, so let me just see here. I want to see, because I do want to see the chat. Okay, there, for some reason I couldn't. Okay, hello, texting. Good to see you. All right, so guys, I agree. Yes, it is complicated. It is so freaking complicated, even for a stylist like me that's been working with women like you for over 20 years. I find the color coding thing very complicated, and I've never worked with it because I start and then I go, no, it doesn't work. Okay. So, first and foremost, we've discussed why we don't want to wear just black and black and black. And one of the big questions, one of the big things that I hear women say, and I have experienced this for years and years, is that I wear black because it's easy. Okay? Do we understand? I wear black because it's easy. And yes, you may feel like it's easy. However, let me say to you, it could be completely washing you out. Does it mean that no women can wear black? Absolutely not. Does it mean you should never wear black? Look, I've even got a little bit of black on now, okay? So I'm not saying don't wear black. I'm saying don't let that be your prominent. And especially, I want you to check yourself, girlfriends. If black really suits you, and I've had a lot of comments on my videos saying, oh, black really suits me. That's cool. Absolutely fine. However, if you are wearing black to hide, then I want you to relook at it. If you are wearing black because then you just don't have to think about color, I want you to rethink about that. If you're wearing black because you're afraid of getting color wrong, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to help you start getting color right. And by the way, it's not that serious. It's just color. It's just clothes. It's not the end of the world. Okay? So nobody's going to die if you wear the wrong color. You would swear that is the case with some of my comments, but no, you are not going to die if you wear the wrong color. Okay, so first, let's just put that to rest. If you are wearing color, you're wearing black to hide your body, and I understand it because we're going through body changes, all the things, okay? If you are wearing black because it's easier and you don't have to worry about color, if you're wearing black just because it's comfortable, all of those things, I want you to re-question that. Now, I'm going to introduce you to alternatives to black, an easy way to find it. So one of the easiest ways to start finding color is to start with a color that you know works for you. Now, I do know that there are the odd occasion where women wear no color whatsoever. They're wearing beige and black and gray. But for the most part, there will be something in their wardrobe that is color. And every time they wear it, they get compliments. So that might be you. You might have, and I have had women who have done this. Oh, in fact, I have a client who wore her red scrubs the other day, and she suddenly got compliments, and she was like, oh my goodness, now we need to wear red. Okay, so that's exactly it. Go and take something in your closet that you know is a good color for you. So I'm going to, for the purposes of this video, I've got one of those colors on. And I discovered this was a good color for me, and I'll explain to you how I did that. And I wear a myriad of colors, but there's a specific way that I found that this was a really phenomenal color for me. Okay, so I'm going to use this color. And now I want you to compare it. Okay, so if there were two colors that you're going to try, let's say for argument's sake, and I'm going to choose a color that isn't great for me. And just bearing in mind also, live is a little tricky. The camera sometimes acts up and that kind of thing. So just bear that in mind. I had to go and get some things that were bad colors for me because they don't even exist. All right, so let's say you're in a store. Okay, or you get some things home, even better. If you get some things home and you're gonna do a comparison, like, is this really a good color for me? Go and get the color that you get the compliments on. Okay, this is one of those colors. When I wear this on air, I wear this on camera, I get like it pops. It really, really pops. And it's interesting how that works. It's very attractive for some reason. Now compare it to the other color. And again, I just want to have to say that it is going to, the camera is going to start shifting. Okay, so this is sometimes people say, oh, I can see you've messed with the color or the light in your videos. And it's not that I just either adjust the color or I don't adjust the color. So because I have light. So sometimes it's very difficult to show you on camera what is obvious in the actual reel. Okay, I want you to compare. Look at the color and see how it compares. So the most contrast that you're going to see on camera is really with the black, because black absorbs a lot of color. Okay, it absorbs a lot of light. Think of it from that perspective. It absorbs light. Look at the difference when I place. Okay, so when I place the black up against, and you do need to have your hair, and preferably in natural light would be ideal. Look at how here my cheek looks more lifted and here it looks lower. Look at how the under eye looks, and this is what you need to do at home. Look at how the under eye looks and look at how the under eye looks on this side. So compare how your under eye looks, your cheeks, and pay attention a little bit to the plumpness of your cheek, because I find this amazing. I've had a client where one time we put this beautiful periwinkle blue next to her, and it's her entire half of her face lifted. It's pretty incredible. Now, I'm doing it with black on camera because this is very contrasty and it's going to give you a much better idea. However, you can do that with something a little more subtle. Now, this is not my best color. It is not my best color. So when I put this close to my face, to me, I look more pale. So if you look more pale, if your under eye looks darker, if your cheek looks a little like more saggy, which of course is easier for us to see in midlife, compared to the side that is looking good, that's how you're going to start trying your colors. And comparing it to a color that you know works for you really can help. All right. So that is one way of testing your colors. Next is doing the neutral test. So maybe you don't even, that it's hard for you to see, and it does come over time, girlfriends. It's not something that you suddenly just, like, sometimes it's so obvious to some people, and then for some people it isn't that obvious. Okay, but now let's do the neutral test. And this is another way. This is a little more formulaic in that it's a little bit more of a rule-based, which there are tons of exceptions for, but I'm just trying to help you find what works for you, okay? So I want you to and this you can do in a store. If you don't have a multiple colors with you, I want you to try the difference. I want you to compare and always use this comparison. And you don't have to do this necessarily. Just place it according to you. Or, I mean, if you do find it easier, then do it that way. But when you are going to do the neutral test, you're going to compare, does, say, a cooler tone like gray look better on you, or a very warm brown? Okay, so which of these two, oh my goodness, I can actually even see in the camera, even with my lights, I can see it. Okay, so the gray is going to, if the gray suits you better, you're going to notice the difference. For me, the brown is far better. It's a very warm brown. You do get cooler browns, just saying, but it's a very warm brown. And already I can see the liftness of my cheek, my under eyes looking better. Whereas this is going to make me look more drained. It's going to make my complexion look more drained. I was in a store the other day and I saw a girl trying on, and she was very similar coloring to me. A little bit more muted though, like not quite as contrast as what mine was. And she was putting on these gray things, and I was like, oh, she needs to move to warmer tones, because it was just making her look so washed out. So do a comparison and see which side is going to looks better for you. Once you have an idea of which one looks better for you, now look at what colors go well with that neutral. Traditionally, okay? Now, I break these rules all the time. I love breaking rules, but let me give you an example. So if the gray, and let me say that if you have silver gray hair, this is going to look amazing on you. Absolutely incredible. Um, it is one of the best neutrals. I have had women completely switch, and this is why midlife is so different. Because I've had women who have had reddish hair, and then they let their hair go gray, and they switch from being more suitable to more warmer tones, and they completely look amazing in the cooler tones. Okay, and there are warmer grays, there are cooler browns, there are all color is it's very deep dive. I'm trying to make it easy for you. Okay, so bear with me with a few of the guidelines. I don't want to call them rules, but guidelines. So let's look at a gray traditionally. What colors are going to look really good with gray? Well, blue. Okay, and by the way, blue goes well with brown too, but it does really pop. This cobalt really pops with gray. Okay, a nice pink, what I'm wearing now, can look amazing with gray. Let's look at this magenta. Okay, I've got yards of fabric, so I pulled out my yards of fabric. Look at how amazing magenta looks with gray. Can you see that? I mean, it is beautiful. Look at even a red. A red is beautiful with gray. Not to say it doesn't go with brown. Not to say, I'm just giving you an example. Okay? Look at that. I mean, stunning. Really beautiful. So it will give you a kind of loose guideline as to the colors that you want to work with. Also a purple. Purple will look stunning with gray. Okay, so this is a blue and a purple, but you can see that those colors would really pop with side by side with a gray. All right, so that gives you an indication. If you know that gray suits you better than brown, then lean towards the colors that tend to work really well with this. And sometimes you can see that in nature. Sometimes you can see that. Go onto Pinterest. What colors work well with gray? What colors work well with brown? Do you know what I'm saying? It will give you some ideas. And then you can follow it up with the compare test, right? Does this color look better? Does this color look better? Which one of the two is going to suit me better? So, and you want to see that compare test, that was the one before. I will put chapters in the replay so you can go back to it and take a look. Oh, wait, here we go. Here's the purple. That's what I was looking for, a purple. Purple with gray. I mean, how stunning is purple with gray? Are you getting excited about gray now? You can wear gray with so many beautiful colors. Now let's do the brown. All right. Now let's do the brown. Now you will notice I look a lot better in brown than gray. Gray is a hard color for me to wear. Not to say that I can't wear it. It just is more challenging. So you can wear any color you want, girlfriend. You can wear any color you want. It's how you wear it and what you wear it with and how close to your face it is and all that kind of thing. Now, what colors look really good with brown? Well, still, I would say, and you're going to see some similarities, the blue and brown, contrary to what we may think, blue and brown works really well together, okay? Blue, brown, and turquoise. Really stunning. Really nice contrast. What about a green? Absolutely gorgeous. What about a red? You will see. What about an orange? Look at that. Can you see that contrast? Beautiful. Let's look at my latest. This is my latest fabric that I don't know if I'm going to put it on the website yet, but let me know in the comments. But like, this is a brilliant example of colors that work well with brown, but they don't have to be this muggy either. Because sometimes if you don't suit muggy colors, we'll discuss that in a moment, then maybe this is going to be too much for you, okay? So it just depends. What are some of the other colors? A really nice olive green. Now, again, that could be too muggy for you. So you can be careful. You can use it still as a very basic guideline. I even like, and I know it's controversial, but I even like brown and pink. I love brown and pink. So it gives you a guideline. Also works really well with red. Let's look at it with red. I mean, red and brown to me are just stunning. And look at the olive and can you see that? Absolutely gorgeous. So when you start seeing Okay, so what colors go well with brown? What colors go well with gray? That will give you somewhat of a guideline to go into. Now, there are going to be some variations within that because obviously very muggy colors go well with brown and some brighter, clearer colors go with brown. So that's where you can get a little more granular in it and to say, well, do I suit clearer colors or do I suit more muted tones? Like, do I look better with more muted tones or do I look better with clearer colors that have less of a muggy in them? So sometimes that would mean that it's a very clean red, or it's a true red, right? Or it's a cerise pink, or it's a green, like a real green, versus and more of a muted green would be something like this is kind of a sagey gray type of color. Do you see what I'm saying? That's where your muggy and clear comes in. But again, that goes into a much more complicated conversation. I'm just trying to give you some guidelines to if you're wanting to do it for yourself. Okay, so now once you have determined whether you are a brown or a gray, that will give you some idea of the colors to go for. If this is really confusing for you, if you're like, Tracy, this is like, you've already lost me, I can't do it, okay? Easy. This is a very, very easy one. And this works regardless, okay? Regardless. So it doesn't matter, navy blue. It is one of my real favorites. I love navy blue because navy blue is going to be easy for you to wear if you suit gray, and it's going to be easy for you if you suit brown. You can wear navy blue with both brown and gray. Okay? Very easy. Either way. Navy blue is going to go with everything. So you can wear it with other blues. You can wear it with orange. I mean, I actually did a dress with orange and navy blue. You can wear it with a pink, like I've got on now. You could wear it, I mean, I'm just going to take it. Look, you could wear it with a green. You could wear it with a purple. You could wear it with a blue. You can wear it with a magenta. Okay? You could even, hold on, to get really even with the soft yellow. Okay, so you can wear it with pastels, you can wear it with brights, you can wear it with whites, you can wear it with, so if you feel like it's way too confusing, go with navy blue. It's a great alternative to black. It's not so deadening because let me show you the comparison, okay? So if you look at the navy blue, and I know I am pale, so you're going to see the contrast more, but it's just to give you an example. And some of us do become very pale as we get older. Look at the difference. This to me is more dead, and this is more, I've got lifted cheek. Do you see what I'm saying? So it is a softer neutral, and a very, very dark navy is ideal because a dark navy is going to give you, a dark navy is going to give you a great alternative to black. It looks almost like black, but it isn't black. All right. So how do you figure this out? Now, I will tell you that, you can look in the mirror. If you've got natural light, it is an ideal. If you have natural light, or you can go towards the natural light, that is very helpful for you. Sometimes in stores, the lighting's a little weird. I did a video in an actual store, in a fitting room. The lighting was so good, you couldn't really see the difference between the colors. I was like, wow, this lighting's amazing. I mean, I look so washed out wearing white compared to an off-white, but it was very difficult to show up on camera because the lighting was so good. So sometimes in stores is a little complicated, and depending on whether they have a blue light or a yellow light or whatever the case is, that's going to determine it. So another way to do it, and this is a very easy way, is to use your phone. Okay? Now, when you do this, it's important because girls, we don't all know this. The camera angle is everything. Camera angle, my husband always says the camera angle gets more important the older we get. So if you're doing a comparison, all right, if you're going to take the black and let's just say you're going to take the brown, let me do the comparison here. All right, hold on. Let's do the yellow compared to the pink for me. So what I would do is I'm going to take my phone. I'm going to go towards towards the light, okay, of the window. The light needs to be coming into the phone from there so that the light is coming onto your face. The less makeup you wear, the better. Because if you look good in a color, you look good in a color regardless of whether you have makeup on or not. Then you know it's really your good color. Now, you're not going to look down like this. Okay, that's not the way to do it. Why? Because it's going to look under you and the shadows are all coming. So you want to go above, either at eye level, so your camera's there, okay? You either look at eye level or you're going to go slightly above it, and then you're going to do the comparison. Now, if you really struggle, and I just have to be careful because my microphone is on, but you may want to put it up close to your face like this, or you might want to just lay it over here. Okay, but do that. Take selfies and then look at yourself, because sometimes we can't always see that clearly, and especially if we're in a room where the lighting is behind us or the lighting is whatever the case is, that can make it confusing. So going towards natural light is going to be one of the easiest ways to do that. Now, what about if there is a color that you are drawn to and it doesn't seem to be your color? All right, and this I'm just going to share a little bit of a story with you. So, for most of my life, I hated pink. I know, quite funny, right? I didn't like the idea of wearing pink. I was not drawn, I didn't like it. I thought it was too girly for a lot of my life. And then suddenly I went through something that was quite traumatic. And I was so drawn to pink. It was like if I went into a friend's house and in their kitchen was a pink dish, I would notice that dish. It was so good. That's how hectic it was for me. All right. Now, I didn't really like pink. I didn't think pink suited me. And remember that I'm a natural redhead, strawberry blonde. So there was this fallacy that strawberry blondes can't wear pink. Well, we can actually, or redheads can't wear pink. But we absolutely can wear pink. But I still had this thing, I didn't want to wear pink. Okay? So then I decided, let me play with this. Let me find a color pink that does work for me. Because this is the reality, girls. First of all, there's two realities. If you are drawn to a color, you need to wear it. Because I do believe the color carries energy. I'm a big believer in that. Color carries energy. And so if you are drawn to a color, there's a reason why you're drawn to that color, and you need the energy with which that color gives you. So if you're drawn to it, listen to that, but then find a tone that suits you. Okay, so if I wear a pale pink, it's going to make me look washed out. When I wear a cerise pink, it makes my complexion completely pop. It's amazing. So let me give you an example, and I'm going to come back to the yellow, just because yellow is a very, very... Oh, thank you, Sophia. I'm so happy you got the camera. Yes, I'm on camera all the time, so I know all about angles. So crazy. Angles are a big difference. Okay, so I've said to you that this color yellow is not my best. I mean, it is so interesting because anytime I have color coding, then they will say, oh, no, you're a bright spring or you're a spring or whatever. And dinkum, there is a ton of yellow in there. And I'm like, this can't be right because I do not wear yellow very well. I can wear mustard yellow, but I really have to pay attention to yellows. Okay, so this color yellow is not my best yellow. anything very pastel-y is actually not great for me, but especially when it comes to yellow. Doesn't mean I can't wear yellow. No, it doesn't mean I can't wear it yellow. In fact, when I moved to New York, I suddenly was drawn to everything yellow because New York is so yellow, guys. There's the yellow cab, there's the yellow branding, it is so yellow. And so I was suddenly drawn to yellow and I was like, now what am I going to do? Could I wear a chartreuse yellow? Yes, I can wear a chartreuse yellow. Can I wear a mustard yellow? Yes, I can wear a mustard yellow. So just because you think you can't wear a color doesn't make it true. I had an example. For example, I had a client who believed that she couldn't wear green because one day her mother said, when she was growing up, oh, you can't wear green. Well, she had dyed her hair a reddish color. And let me tell you, what color looked amazing on her hair? Green. Look at how many shades. I mean, just think of how many shades just in my small studio. How many shades of green I have. These are all greens. These are all greens. You can wear green. It's just finding your shade of green that is ideal for you. So if there is a color that you are drawn to, if there's a color that you really like, then my suggestion is really lean in and find the shade that does work for you, because that is the trick. Now, how do you wear color with your neutral? So, like, for example, do you ever wear black? Well, yes, I wear black, but I wear it generally with color. If I wear, so as an example, you can start playing. Black isn't that easy for me to wear. I'll be honest with you, as soon as I put black on, I can already see, because I film all the time. So when I'm wearing color versus I'm wearing these brighter colors, it's such a difference. Because the camera does something strange as well. So I can see. Now, I do wear this dress and I love this dress. So what I do is it's got some of the ivory in there, which compensates. It gives you gives the contrast. And then I'll put like some bright colored earrings, which also brings some color to my face. I do then also intensify my blush a little bit, intensify my lipstick a little bit. So it's not to say that you can't wear colors that are not the best for you. It just means that you do it with intentionality. That's all it is. All right. The other thing, if all of this is now really confusing you and you're like, Trace, I have no idea, I still don't know, let print do the work for you. One of the reasons why I love print so much is it disguises a multitude of things. It really does. It disguises the menopausal belly, which I talk a lot about. It disguises the back fat. It disguises all the things, right? So I love prints. You'll notice I use a lot of prints because of that. But one of the other reasons why I love prints so much is that it does the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to think about, oh, what colors go with what. They are already there for you. As an example, these colors are very easy to wear. A turquoise blue and a cobalt blue. That is a super easy. And I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you the two colors that are the easiest for everybody to wear. Okay. We've got an olive green and a purple. Right? You don't have to think about it. We've got, this is beautiful. I mean, this is just stunning. What a beautiful collection of color. So it allows you not to have to work so hard. I'll give you another example. This one here. Let me just find the dress that is in that. Hold on, because it's just easier to show you the array of color. Oh, here we go. Look at how many beautiful colors are in here. And what this does is that this also allows you to sometimes wear colors that are not your best color. So as an example, yellow is not my best color. However, there was a print that I had that had a lot of red, had a lot of cobalt blue, had a lot of those type of colors, and it worked perfectly for me because the yellow was offset by all the other colors that were in the print. All right. Now, the last, and this is my final point that I'm going to make. if you are really wanting to dip your toe into color and you have not tried color and you don't want to waste a lot of money on color and you just want to feel it out, there are two colors that I'm going to recommend for you. Two. And these are very easy colors, and they are colors that everybody can wear. I have consulted for over 20 years with women, with hundreds, if not thousands of women. You can wear, everybody that I have met can wear these two colors. All right? Turquoise is a very easy color to wear. It is super easy to wear. It is beautiful. It just pops. It is stunning. And summertime is a great way to try turquoise blue. This is a phenomenal color. So is cobalt blue. So cobalt, and you will get variations in the cobalt blue. Let me show you as an example. There was a piece of fabric that I had that was more of an electric. Hold on, let me just see if I've got it. Let me just see. Yes, here we go. This is more electric. Okay, can you see the slight difference in those? So you can play a little bit with those. This is a little bit more tame. This is this color, I had a dress on this, wearing this color the other day, and my husband was like, your makeup looks different. You look amazing. Your eyes pop. You're like, whatever. And I was like, it's the color. Because I'm not doing my makeup any differently. All right. And it was just this. So a good color can do that for you. So if you have try a cobalt blue, try a turquoise, and these two colors are very easy for you to wear regardless. And then if you're not sure which neutrals to wear with it, do you look better? Again, you can go back to do I look better in the gray or do I look better in the brown? Okay, and this, because both, can you see? These colors go with both. They go with both. So you can't really go wrong with these two colors. All right, so are there any questions? I am going to be doing a long form video on this topic that I think will be much easier to follow than a live, but the benefit of a live is that you get to ask your questions, whereas when I'm doing a video, it's purely just like, through comments. So live is always really nice. Are there any questions? And I'll wait a little bit because there is a delay. So one of the things I want to say, ladies, is that if you are finding this somewhat helpful but just don't know where to go with it, it's very hard. You tried some of these methods, they don't seem to work for you. I do offer one-on-one consulting, and my approach to color is very different to the color coding method, because I'm not going to just tell you, oh, you need to wear these colors. I'm going to take into account your complexion. Yes, I am going to take that into account, but we're going to talk about who you are as a woman, how you want to show up in the world. What do you want to say about yourself? Because the use of color is also very helpful when you are going into different situations. So as an example, if you are going into a high conflict situation where there's a lot of high emotion, red is not the best color for you to wear. So, if you are going into a place where you really need to speak your voice and you need to be heard, a color like turquoise is really, really good, because turquoise is color for communication. So if you are needing to say, hey, I'm more of a safe space, I'm the place that you can come to where it's going to really help you feel grounded. Maybe you're a therapist, maybe you're a like you work with women's bodies, whatever the case is, you're going to need different colors for that too. So if that is you, if you are really wanting to deep dive into color and to find your colors and make this whole process easier, then do feel free to reach out to me. Inside of the inside the description, there is a link there for you to set up a call with me. And I'll actually it's free. It's completely free, and it's completely, hold on, let me just see here. It's completely free and no pressure at all. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this into the chat so that you can get that if you do want to. Here we go. And that is the case also if you want to discuss the collection, if you have if you want to discuss which pieces are going to be best for you. So if you want to discuss personal styling, if you want to discuss the collection, if you want to discuss maybe just to find out if I'm a good fit for you, it's a completely free, no pressure zone call. No pressure. I'm not into that. Okay, so are there any questions? I will do a deep dive video that will go next Sunday. Will be this video on color. It's gonna be a doozy. It's a lot. It's a lot of information, and I've tried to condense it and make it much easier because I think for a lot of women we're very afraid of dipping our toe in color for so many reasons. I also think a lot of times we're nervous about wearing color because we think black hides. Let me tell you something that's very interesting as well. When I was on because I do QVC brands every once in a while. So when we're on QVC, when we are choosing the color to demonstrate on or to show the models wearing, very, very seldom will we use black. Like almost never. Why? Because it looks like one big blob. You cannot see definition. You cannot see detail. You can't see, like I never demonstrate wearing black, ever. Because you can't see the details on camera. And it's not that unlike it is in human as well. So, I mean, in real time. Camera's definitely got its variations and different things. But when you are dealing human to human, like when you're dealing in person, often we think, oh, I'm just going to put a big black sack on it and it will cover. It actually can make you look like you're just one big blob. And the right color in the right fabric can do a world of difference for you, can make a massive difference for you. All positive, and can also be very slimming, can lift your face, can make you look younger, can make you look more vibrant, all of the things. Plus, if you're wearing print, that even will work to disguise. So if you are interested in taking this further, feel free to reach out to me. Let me know if there's any questions. Sophie, do you have any questions? Shiki Cheryl, let me know. Shiki Cheryl, I love it. If any of you have got questions, please put it in the comments below. And yeah, let me know like what some of the, I just have a sense that sometimes you're just unclear on what it is what your next steps are. Now, the other option that I have for you is that you can go onto my website. And on my website, so let me show you here. I'll show you, I'll actually just grab my laptop. So, because I don't have a split screen. Okay. So on my website here, it says shop your palette. Your color palette. Okay, and I've put it into categories. So this is, I'm trying to make it much easier for women. So I've put all the links to those in the description box below. So go and take a look. And I did a brief description, like blue, purples. So what I've done is I've taken my collection and I've put it into categories. Okay, so let me pull this out and I'll show you what I mean. So this is like the blues, purples. Okay, so if you suit more blues and purples, or if this is the place that you want to go to just to start out, that's a good way to go. All right. Then I have also, I've got, that's the purples there. Then I've got, sorry, that goes over here. Then I've got more of the blues and corals. These are also very easy, what Stella's wearing here. Okay, and there's a little bit of an overlap with that, but the blues, the corals, the navy blues, those kind of colors, very easy for women to wear. Oops, okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to end soon because my battery is running low. Then I've got I've got the more of the browns, like that kind of, with some pops of color. I've got that as well, right? And then I have more of the bright, these kind of colors. So if you want to shop, if you find it very challenging to shop your colors, go and take a look in there and just see what's there. Most of the styles are available in all different fabrics. So it's not always shown all the different fabrics. So feel free to reach out and we can have a chat, discuss your colors and help you find something that makes you look amazing. All right, ladies, thank you so much. It doesn't seem like there's any questions for today. My battery is running. I forgot to charge my iPad and I've got my microphone plugged in. So, but if you have any further questions, feel free to put it in the comments below or reach out to me, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.